Okay guys, so today I'm going to be making some sheaves for the Falco 60, the military grade kind of entrenching tool, multi-purpose tool, and the folding trowel. I've got this kind of canvasy stuff here, nice green canvas, so I'm going to be using that. I've got to open up my rather girly sewing kit. Now this is my mum's. I'm just going to quickly show you actually. There's a sheath that I'm making, well, a holster for my friend's BB gun. So basically what we're going to do, you want to start with a kind of simple, use this piece here, that looks fine. You get a pen, I want to use the edge. So actually if I do it from here, because you've got this hem along here, so let's push down a bit. Use this hem, so we roughly want, I'm going to go for a rough sort of shape, sort of shield shape. Alright, so then we can have, come round. You want it to be deep enough to store the tool safely without it getting damaged. Because some of these they do have sheaves with them. You can buy them but they're more expensive, because I bought this one in a pound shop, so that should be okay. So basically what I'm going to do now, just cut the material like that. Move that out of the way. Fold this over because we could use any waste material to make a strap or whatever. So we just cut along the line now. I fold it over so that when we cut, we can cut two sides at once. Like this. Then what we'll do is sew it and we'll turn it inside out so we have the neat side on the outside. I did my pistol sheath in the same way as this, or holster, and I put a small belt loop on there and it seems to work fine. And the good thing about this material is it's waterproof because it's made of an old frame tin that my auntie got rid of. So basically we chopped it up and I'm using some of the material to make various objects, and probably, I think we could get away with that if it's close, but I think that would work. So basically we just sew this now. For thread I just use the strong heavy duty stuff. Don't have a clue what type it is. I don't do a lot of sewing, to be honest. It's just because I want to make some stuff. And also people, bushcrafters, they kind of think, oh yeah, sewing's for girls, etc, etc. Basically, also, if you're a prepper, you're going to need to know how to do this, because if the proverbial hits the fan, you do need to get out. You need to learn how to repair it, because the thing is, it won't be as easy as walking to the shops and buying a new pair of socks, because you're just going to have to make do and mend, as with the old motto. So you're going to have to make do with what you have. Basically that's what I'm doing now. Just trying to think of the best way of This is why I don't do much sewing. I think I'm going to use the weird technique. Don't quite know what it's called. Basically, just simple stitch. I did take the liberty of going to a sewing club at some point in my life, just so I have the basic idea of how to actually sew, because it's quite hard. I've also learned how to weave and built my own miniature weaving loom, which is helpful in bug-out situations because I can build my own blankets and stuff, providing I can get hold of wool. That's another thing I've actually started to prep, is wool, which is weird. So I can build stuff using warp and weft and etc. All the common weaving practices and terms. Oh god, what's happened here? I will just bypass that. Also, knitting is important. You need to learn all these skills. So most people think just like bushcrafting and stuff. and prepping is just really about the outdoor skills, building up your knowledge of the outdoor skills. But obviously skills like sewing and obviously cooking are also skills that need to be learned, because without cooking and repairing things, how are you going to survive? So, oh god, what's happened here? Oh wow. Yeah, this is not going right. There we go. I'm just going to leave that weird thing in there. Just a few, maybe there's a shout out here. I'm a Cockroach, who, he's got a really good channel if you haven't checked him out yet. There's a link to it in the sidebar, I think, if YouTube hasn't changed again. And he's built this rooftop campery thing, which is pretty awesome, so fair play to him for having the time, for spending the time to sew it all, because I know I'm going to go crazy just from sewing this little thing here. You may be thinking, why am I not using a sewing machine? Because there's two reasons. The main reason is our sewing machine has died, so my mum's getting a new one, and the second reason is because in a bug out situation you're not going to have a sewing machine. So I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. What have I done? Here we go. Yeah, so you're not going to have a sewing machine, unless of course you've got generators and stuff like this, but you don't really want to be wasting valuable electricity on it when you can just do it by hand. I've also learned a technique called wilderness sewing, which I think I call it that. Hey, look, BB. That's helpful. Because my pellet gun is running on BBs at the moment, because I can't buy pellets on the internet. Because I don't have I do have a card, I just don't know what I've done with it. And I can't remember my PIN number, so anyway, I'll keep sewing this. Yeah, I'll be making this sheath, a sheath for Falco 60, folding knife, because this is just annoying. I've usually put a piece of rubber in a tube on there, but I think a sheath would be a bit more handy. And I'm going to have a go at making one for the multi-tool hatchet thing. So I'll get back to you guys when it's done.